My friends, boy did I just make an amazing discovery through cross references of information. This blows my mind. Okay, so I apologize right off the bat for the background noise because I'm sitting in a Walmart parking lot and I don't have time, I don't have time for an official video to get in a silent place, a nice park, because I can always keep moving and I just keep making these videos. I'm more about trying to get these videos out, so I apologize, right? Mine are rudimentary, and that's probably why I have 20 viewers. We don't like your videos, Kirk. You don't have the special sound effects, and so mine are just really rugged. Okay, so I'm sorry about that. It is, but I think the information, the content's more important than the way that it's completely delivered. As long as you do it quickly and get stuff like this. Okay, so I gotta tell you, John Levy, I don't know if you've ever seen his stuff. He just does amazing stuff, right? And he actually keyed him out. He's a great truther, researcher, and boy, he's giving me a lot of information, like several people and some of you in your comments and stuff. See, it's a learning. As we collect more information, to survive the system and to exit the system, you have to have wisdom and knowledge, right? So that's what we're doing. So John, I'm just real quickly brief what it is. He did this thing called Sources of Deserts, great photography. Now, in this video, I don't have time to do so. Check him out. In this video, he talks about how there's, he's done this in several videos about how this case, are like these, that there used to be like buildings that were made out of like concrete or some kind of solid mud structure. Now they're turning to mud and they're decaying. And so he talks about this. So you got to check this one out, because this is what kept me off on something that I'm going to show you that he doesn't realize, and I'm going to try to point him to it if I can. But I'm going to show you. So he does this video.
That all of history is a lie. And I don't.
To make sure
I think a lot of it is true. Remarkable. Again, reminding me of a
Okay, so I'm trying to fast forward because I don't have time to go through all this stuff.
Compared
right here.
to
this thing right here, this this thing that he does right here, these things that he actually shows, one of them was decaying, like it's turning into like mud, and it had the same structure that I'm going to show you. Sorry about this. But he's showing other things too about the structure, different structures. Some were like melted and blown apart. There's some kind of laser technology or whatever. Okay, but in this one, he talks about, trying to find it exactly. That he says the most beautiful photograph in the world, and he says the one that tells him the truth, right here. And these structures right here. So there's one that sees that structure there. I can't. If I turn this sideways, it might damage everything. So there's one to turn this sideways. Let's see if I can turn this way. Can't really enlarge it for you. I apologize. You'll have to check it out. Oh, there it just spun sideways. Hope they didn't make a mess of it. See how it's got this weird. I don't know if you see this. Oh, I'm sorry. Like, what is he talking about? Right here, where he puts the whole finger. There's a little flash. It says that like melting type of erosion. But even this is eroded here. See this erosion here? Right there. Okay. Alright, let's try to spin normal again here. Oh, jeez. Okay. There you go. So I'm going to show you here again. Right in here, you'll see this erosion. Okay, see? I'll explain it to you in a minute. Okay. Alright, so there's that. Okay, now, that's his thing. He's doing some of these erosion. Okay, now I'm going to explain to you the video I did, actually, which just blows my mind. Now, I did a video on, let's see, where is it? Oh, sorry, did some research. Let's see, let's go ahead. No, it's on YouTube. What am I doing? It's on my YouTube. Here we go. All right, here, I was doing some research on, I called it God's Amazing Amphitheater over there. It's in there. I did this video when I was first coming into California. It was near Willie's Hot Springs. This area that had this amazing amphitheater stuff. So you might have to go back and view this if you can quickly. But this place is beautiful.
I'm going to zoom back a little bit.
See, it has all these structures.
I mean, literally, you got like this. Like I said, you could have this just amazing church. It just, oh my gosh. And it, look at that. This whole thing is a church.
Oh, I'm sorry, like Kirk, that's right. You have to watch this.
But there's more to that too. The whole world's a church. You're the church.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is, this is where I go inside it, all right? And this is amazing. You got to see this.
I should have done horizontal. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Look how you can even see into the, oh my gosh. Sorry. I'm just blown away here. And look at these columns. just unreal. I mean, weird. What am I bumped against it? I mean, look at this. Look how they got like rounded arches to it. Look at this. You're kidding me. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so you can watch that video. It's quite long. It's like 15 minutes where I explore the area.
I just want.
And
We're coming there a little later. I've got a good glimpse from a distance of this thing.
But look how they've got like,
Scanning.
this
That's
was
pretty
actually an
amazing, isn't it?
ancient city or
Yeah.
something.
Oh my gosh.
See all the pebbles around there? They're actually pieces that have been destroyed.
Now the sun is dipping and rising. This thing's
I was like, what is this place? And there's, see, I mean, this thing is amazing.
Sorry if it's while I'm not even looking what I'm videoing. So I apologize. I'm just kind of
Okay.
walking around, trying to start.
So anyway, this is what it is. Now it has erosion, so it's kind of like these things melted like the mud. And boy, there was like I felt like these passages that kind of went to dead ends and stuff like this. Now this is what's amazing about that. So that was in my video. So what I found was this was an ancient city. Oh my gosh! I mean, I don't know if anybody knows this, and I'll show you. That's actually the place is called Colmer. It's near California. I'll show you here in a second where this is at. And let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up. Let's see here. That. Let's see. I don't need that. That. I didn't Google Translate that. Close that. Close that. Let's see. Close this. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna bring it. I should have. Okay. Well, I'm gonna show you Google Maps first. Okay. This place is amazing. So I typed it in, Willie's, I just typed in Willie's Hot Springs because that's not the actual name of it, see? So I'm coming in here, right? And you can type in Willie's Hot Springs. Oh, I should have done satellite here. It's still on satellite mode because you're going to see this. This is crazy. I'll just do satellite mode, okay? So what it is right here there's a lake. And there's the lake. Let's see what this is right here. Yeah, it's a Crowley Lake right there. Crowley Lake stone columns right there. Okay, so if you Google that thing, you come in here. I'm going to show you what this is so amazing about this. Okay, so here I'm going to move this up here. Okay, so what you have is all those there's old ancient building architecture here and here, and there's actually some little pieces over here. But see how I get this whole thing in here? I'm drawing this thing. That was like probably the entryway, or what do you call it, the main front grounds of this old structure that's no longer there, that we're seeing residue of. Okay, so yeah, so what you have is like, and it looked like there's multiple stories like high. That, see, this has been leveled down or something, you know, that it was actually multiple stories. So I'm gonna see if I can zoom in there more to show you more about this place. I mean, this is just shocking. So I was in here, and you can't tell from the satellite view these columns, but see, if you click on that, it'll show pictures. Yeah, there's some pictures. See those pictures? I mean, look at this. I mean, just insane. These columns, see these columns there? All these? And sometimes they're actually flooded by water. So, things like this, okay? Yeah, there's some caves in there. It's like even this one has a cave. I went there. So you can look at the different photographs of this place. I mean, this place is just gorgeous, amazing, beautiful, right? So there's some kind of, there again, history's been wiped from us. We don't know what happened. And we're just now, but I mean, the architecture of this place and how they built it is beyond me, because they even said that geologists and other people looked at these stone columns. They said some kind of concrete, like they said they try to explain through nature, while like, you know, water ebb and flows and create these columns through nature. They said it's a mystery. Well, of course, because these columns that you're seeing, I'm gonna show you those again. These columns that they built, somehow they did out of concrete. I mean, see, these things are just crazy. I don't know if I can bring this up. Yeah, see, look at these columns. See those? These things, I even tapped on them. Even at the time, I'm like, boy, these things are like concrete. They have nice spirals. See those right there? And the ones that are columns. Just amazing. So they use some kind of, see, they were way more advanced than this. This stuff is solid. Look at the concrete. They said this stuff is really like strong as hardened rock. We probably can't do concrete like this today. I'm not kidding you. So, anyway, they try to explain that the water runoffs, the mixing of by nature, you know, making this and then pouring it and all these other things created these concrete columns. Oh, bull crap. Thing. Whether they're created spiritually through some means with the material around there, but these are not created by nature. I can tell you this right now. So what you have here is you had this. These actually, there's other columns. I think this was columns too. So it's layer on layer, or maybe these. I don't know. Maybe this is maybe the buildings were sitting on these columns, and because I don't know about the arc. Maybe they're sitting here or something. But these are support beams. Just go and inside there. I think there was old entryways or something that have collapsed. Because I walked in there and you couldn't get past certain things. It was like they're collapsed. But some civilization, this ain't Native American either. This is that I'm aware of, because this is not. So I don't know, what the story is behind this one. And see all these fallen pieces here. These are actually fallen stone columns. You see this? Those are actually pieces of columns everywhere, just like stools of them that had fallen apart. Okay, now here is the narrative behind this thing. That that we got some the narrative. Okay, what the narrative is that they said that this whole area was a volcanic area, and that the thing exploded somewhere during some history, somewhere back, thousands of years ago. This volcano, it was a huge volcano that blew up. Okay, well, that this whole, it's a cauldron. Okay, and I'm going to show you the map. Now that's probably the reason I don't think that was actually a volcano, because it's one of those again where John Levy and others said that maybe sometimes there were volcanoes that did this, but sometimes they claim meteorites came from outer space and smacked something. What's funny about those meteorite holes is we never see like the main piece of hitting the center of that crater and still be there. Because yes, you'll have an implosion and melting and parts flying a mile away when a meteorite hits with such a force and explosion, but there should be remnants of a meteor hitting that crater, make that crater. Now that's like the Black Canyon where I grew up, when they said it's carved by water. Because there'd be sand and black cleared through this canyon. This thing's like almost a mile deep, by the way, my friends. There'd be sand and there'd be piles of sand in the oceans, the beaches where it finally stops from Colorado, if it was actually carved through what the geologists want you to believe, through water carving and erosion. Bull crap. So, but see, this one here, they're saying it was a volcano. This is the story behind this, the geologist story. Okay. Now let me show you on a map what this map here. Let's see. This whole thing they said was a big cauldron. Okay, a volcano. Now I don't know, because I'm just throwing this out there, so I could be absolute bull crap. But here's what I think would happen. See, we tend to find a lot of things that were, significantly used. What I mean is it had water here years ago. So I'm thinking some civilization had this water flow in here that they used to, build their empire or civilization. So you have the water flow here, and you have these buildings here, the structure here, and they may have had advanced technology where they were tapping into the earth and caused an explosion like Atlantis. I'm not kidding you. Maybe they caused some explosion here and caused this whole thing to actually, it's not a crater that exploded. You know what I mean? And they said it's one of the largest craters left behind in the United States of America, by the way. So they may have created some huge explosion that jetted out, and maybe that's why the civilization died. Unlike other architectural buildings that John Levy has seen, you sometimes see some major melting. Well, these aren't really melting, because they're more of just erosion. Kind of like something happened, the civilization exited and left. Probably because they blew up the darn area. Kind of like we do. We destroy things and mankind moves on or something, right? So I think there's some major technology or something that they were using, water, and that beyond our imagination, not beyond imagination, because we know that these civilizations were way more advanced than we can imagine. I mean, way advanced. We have no idea how advanced this society was. It could have been very advanced. They could have had all sorts of technology using earth, maybe even power generation, electricity, or something like that was lost. We just don't know, right? So my thought is this, that this thing next to, because here's another important piece to this that's interesting. We know that it is true that the crust is very thin here, because there's a Willie's hot spring that showed you right here. which could have been a volcanic situation. You got Willie's Hot Spring right there, or no, is it Will? Oh, it's Whitmore. Well, is it Whitmore? Well, these are called Willie's Hot Springs. Wait, there's hot springs around here, right? Several all over the place, which tends to be in a volcanic area and stuff, this and that, right? So it is possible that it was a volcanic explosion, but I don't know the details of that, right? And well, how would we, right? We just have to make our, we call them guesstimates, our best guesstimates. I think like scientists call them theories. They're guesstimates, and sometimes it's outright lies. So anyway, so that we don't know, but maybe this volcanic, maybe they caused some kind of damage when they did this back in their time. That I'm thinking there's some major civilization there. What they're doing, we don't know, and what was going on. But to me, that's an entire amazing old lost empire or something. And by if you get to take a look at the different pictures and stuff of that when you get a chance, you know, let's see if I can pull up something even more about it real quick for you. Let's see, boom. Let's look here. Let's see, I don't know, Crowley, Lake Column. There you go. See, like that. But you can, there's a lot of stuff in there. You know, like even Wikipedia has their Wikipedia of lies in there. But see, like there's a lot of questions how they form. They get, you need to turn on. Oh, see, nobody even knows, and the ones are just guessing, right? But anyway, so I don't want to ramble on. So check it out, right? And I can pull them up to it, but you can do Wikipedia real quick. If you're ever in this area, see that, check it out because it is absolutely amazing. Also, make sure you check out John Levy's and look at his videos. So you can cross-reference the last one he did with this one and understand that there's a lot of different places on Earth and stuff like that going on, okay? All right, God bless and love y'all.